Hello and welcome to Face Check. Also been quite a while since my last video. Not so much that I've been doing anything else really, just not been playing so much Netrunner and certainly not online too much. So I've probably got maybe, I don't know, a couple of months worth of Deck of the Weeks to play through and just whatever else I can kind of come up with. So same goes for the podcast. Obviously again, not done any of that for a little bit of time. Just been a mix of busy, not quite so interested in doing it, and you know, that is a hobby after all. So if you're not enjoying it, then don't do it. So played a few more board games, mixed up some of the games I've been playing in terms of the competitive scene, and hopefully get a chance to do a few more. So what we're going to open with when we come back, this is a deck that you may remember from previous videos. I think it was Yellow Jackets plus Money, I think was the last version of this that I called it, but also a few new cards in the last couple of months to play around with. Now one of the most sickening, no that's not the word, one of the most broken, no that's not the word either, one of the most interesting new cards for MBN is the card Exchange of Information. Exchange of Information lets you do something with tags. It's an operation, Grey Ops, play only when the runner is tagged, free to play, and you can swap an agenda in your score area with an agenda in the runner's score area. So it's similar to Turntable on the runner side, Noisy's console. But you can do this at any time. It doesn't have to be just when scored. However, there's another two parts of the combo that makes it worth playing. The first one is Global Food. Now Global Food's worth 3 for the corp, but only 2 for the runner. And this agenda suite basically means that the runner has to score 4 agendas to you scoring 3 agendas. But MBN also has another fairly unique agenda with breaking news, the 2-1, that also gives the runner tags. So if you can score breaking news with a click left, the runner will have 2 tags, unless they've got New Angeles City Hall out or something. You then exchange of information to turn your 1 point into 3 points, and turn the runner's 2 points into 1 point. So what that ends up basically doing is making the runner have to steal potentially 5 agendas. Or otherwise sit and keep the threat of that being there. The rest of the deck is pretty much as you remember, I imagine. I've gone down a little on ice, taken out a resistor, taken out the matrix overload. What's it called again? Matrix. No, it wasn't matrix analyzer. What's it called? Overload. Information overload. It was just never that useful. So took those out, fit in the exchange of informations, and then changed the agenda suite to contain a 3rd breaking news and 1 less Project B on it. It was on 21 agenda points before, so gone down to 20. All the good stuff still there. You know, Spark, you're going to try and keep them poor with your ad campaigns. Then if you do get them tagged, it's with a mid-seasons usually. You can close the accounts, still psychographic, still all seeing eye, and if you can keep them poor, Ash with a singleton snare just to keep them honest. So let's see if I can get a game. I've been playing this for most of the week. If anybody joins, they'll probably recognise it. So let's just put that this is recorded, and we will start the game. Hopefully somebody will come along. 42 players in. Casual at the moment. I don't think this deck is really top tier still. You know, a lot of runners will still be able to get around the spark tax, and they you know, it doesn't do anything else really. You know, MBN Near Earth Hub is a better idea of MBN, sorry, and Harpsichord potentially for the kill. Let me just confirm that he's okay with being recorded. Okay to be recorded. And hopefully he did read the title, but many people don't. Let's just see. Again, probably ask where's it going to go. I don't expect a lot of people have heard of my channel, and certainly when you don't put out videos for 2 months, it's probably less likely people remember you. If he doesn't, sure, still need this deck, up to you if you want a good challenge. Can't type. Right, so he is fine. I wonder what we'll be up against. Ah, Valencia. Good luck. Right, so your opening hand here, you're looking for 2 ads. Doesn't matter what 2 ads, well, that's fine. Now Valencia is a little bit of a problem, only in so much as our bad pub slightly counteracts the tax on the runner. Let's draw, let's install, and then let's put this on HQ and see what happens. Now I've not resed that straight away, it'd be a terrible idea. I'd res it, they could click for a credit, sure gamble, run trash it, and then I'd be on no money and they'd be on an okay amount of money. So I'm just going to wait until towards the end of the turn, see what they do with their clicks. So scored straight away. I'm unlikely to get the mid-season off this early, so I'm going to just res Adonis and hopefully get a cheapish piece of ice to put over it as well. So let's draw. That's fine. So this is an ad and a money as well, so if they run to trash it, I'm okay with that. If they do blackmail in, that's a little bit more of a problem. Now when you exchange of information and AstroScript, you've not scored it, so you're not going to get the token on it, but if they have previously turntabled, the token's still on it, it doesn't go anywhere. So that's fine, let's do that. So I'll get my money and then they can trash that if they want. So that'll take them down to 2 credits, and I've got 8, which is enough to res the assassin, which could get rid of that data sucker and perhaps, you know, solve me some problems later. I'm going to get the 2 archangels in front of that, and then that's actually a fairly taxing server to get them. So let's put that out there. Oh, new remote. Then let's put something in that remote, and then let's put this on R&D. Now if he does blackmail in, I don't get the points for the special offer. That's okay. Let's see what he does. Otherwise I could score it, but what I'll more likely do is try and get a little actually no, I'm just going to score it because he's got Faust out now. So actually will I? No, let's put okay, so now we've got some decisions. Now Faust to get through wraparound doesn't really enjoy it. This guy's obviously not a blackmail spam deck because he's you know, he's got his breaker suite there. I think I'm just going to score the Beal, and that puts some points on my side. And I'll get a bit of money next turn. I can still res the Archangel, which is going to cost him 3 cards. Blackmail's at wild side, so now he's getting the draw. So that's okay as well. But he doesn't have a lot of money, so I'm going to put that into server 2 and gain a credit, gain a credit. Now this might let me get off the mid-seasons. Let's see what happens. So I'm going to res that. And then you can break it with Faust. AI can get through the fact that it's a trap and not a subtype. I'll ask the question. Fires. You can bust it, but it's not really worth it. Usually. But if he does let this fire, then that does turn the mid-seasons on. Otherwise it's going to cost him 2 cards, or it's going to cost him his data sucker and a card. Either of which I'm okay with. Now he didn't actually lose the money for me resing an advert, simply because he gets 1 bad pub anyway as Valencia, and that gains that at the start of the run. So the first credit that comes off it is the bad pub. Now in real life you can pay using anything, but it's just another credit. Yeah, so he's obviously wised up to the mid-seasons coming, tried to money up, but not really got enough. So I'm going to gain credit, turn on the mid-seasons, because otherwise why would I do it? So it's 5, Let's leave myself with 4 credits, shall we? Just enough to res an Archangel. So he can keep 5 tags if he wants, or he'll just take them all. So he's taking 5. So now I can get rid of Wildside if I want, but what I'm probably going to do is install credit, res the pad campaign at some point, and then wait for a psychographics. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, so now he's got that, which is fine. But what I need now is an exchange of information for a breaking news, and that will take him from 5 agenda points to 4 agenda points. And it will take me up. Alright, let's make him use it. So it'll either cost him 3 cards or 2 suckers and 2 cards. Which I'm okay-ish with. But I'm now in trouble. He's on 5 agenda points, which means he just needs to find one more. So got a little unlucky seeing so many agendas so early. We're only 14 cards in, seeing 4 agendas. It's a little more than average. And if he gets it here, I'd be very upset. Now what I really wanted there was a product placement, not to be. So there's exchange of information. I could swap that for that, but I'm not going to. Instead I'm going to install gain credit, and then let's see what he does. So I've got enough to res a wraparound. Should it be worthwhile doing? Now his best bet's probably to just keep assaulting R&D maybe, or let's just res that. So that costs him, he's obviously getting money for something, whether he's wanting to try and... I should really trash Wildside, that's probably what we'll do this turn. And that will stop him from drawing up for his Faust shenanigans. So here we've got psychographics, but that doesn't necessarily help me. So 1, 2, and then let's get rid of Wildside. So I still can't raise this. What you can do is still basically run through it. Cost him 2 cards. But he's moneying up for just for the sake of it, it seems. So new remote. Gain credit. What I really need is at least 5. So as soon as I see a global food, I can cycle it out. And then if I can score a breaking news, that is the game. Yeah, so he's probably going to trash that. I'm not going to bother raising it, because all it would do is eat up his bad pub. Although then it would cost him 2 real money to get rid of it, but either way, whatever. So he's clearing his tags, so now I can't cycle anything out. Okay, so there's that. Next turn I will swap breaking news for that, and then he's got to find another 2 agendas. So that will hopefully save me. What he should... he's got rid of his tags. Clever girl. But he's now broke again, that's fine. As Spark, you're okay with the runner being poor. So I'm going to draw. Then I'm going to... throw this over archives, and then I'm going to throw this over HQ. So I still can't res this, but I can res both of them. Then if I can slow him down enough, we will purge his sucker tokens. So let me now HQ, and then let me R&D, and then gain a credit. And let's make him lose one of his money. Which is cool. And if I don't get anything next turn, what I'll probably do is purge. That just makes it harder for him to get in. Interesting. So if I raise you, that work? And let's just purge that. So Now he's got to spend some more of his card if he wants to do it. Okay, so what I really need now is a way to score this breaking news in a single action. So he's going to trash the pad campaign. Again, it's keep giving his money down. So I could let him score this, but probably shouldn't. So let's draw, install, gain a credit. Let's just slowly build up, see if he goes for this. Now he almost certainly does have blackmails. There's no reason to run Valencia if you've not got blackmails. I've got no way of getting rid of it. So he's blackmailing HQ. I'm okay with that, I think, because I will get the 2 credits for that. If he does steal this, it doesn't win him the game, and I can then tag him again. What does he hit? Mid-seasons and product placement, give me 2. Trash that. Fine. Just get rid of. Oh, I've already raised something that turn. Oh well. Missed that. So let's new remote, gain credit, gain credit. So he's going to go trash that this time. Fine, I guess. We're evens on that. Roughly loosely. Although, what did I raise on his turn? I must have raised other product placement. Wasn't really watching. What you need to do sometimes with this deck is leave some things face down, because if it's always an agenda or an asset that you raise on the next turn kind of thing, then you never have the opportunity to bluff out an agenda. So now up on money, he's got nothing coming in. So I think perhaps it's time for a... I can't... Well, I can afford to raise resistors. So that's going to cost him a card. Meh, so what? It's free for me, card for him. And then I could raise this, and this will cost him 3 cards. But actually I think I'm going to keep the money in case he hits breaking news, so I can get the mid-seasons again. So he does. So that's the... I can't trash Jackson, I don't think. So I'm going to have to swap that, but that doesn't really help me too much this turn. C'est la vie. So let's just mid-seasons. Actually, I should have installed that, raised it, so he lost his credit. That's fine. New remote, and then exchange of information. So I'll have that for that, please. And then let's just raise that. So you'll probably go trash that, but I don't mind so much. Now that does, however, make resistor tougher to get through. Plus it does turn cycle back on. So if I can find a 2-pointer, I'll be able to score it next turn. So Jackson draw first, install, cycle. Let's just double check he's not got any clots in the bin. He does not. Now is he going to start trying to remove... He's probably going to go trash that. So let's just see what's on top, I guess. I mean, this is a Hail Mary play for him. Everything's worth 2 points that's left. Yeah, that's fine. Now, what would that cost him? I can't raise it anyway. I've only got 3 credits. Let's try not to get too ahead of ourselves. Don't score it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Nothing. That's cool. Huh. That doesn't really help me. If I had another breaking news scored, it might have been useful. So let's raise Jackson. 1. Jackson draw. 2. Install. Let's just double check his heat before we do anything crazy. There are no clots in there. New remote. And then psychographics for 5. So you can actually see that exchange of information there won us the game. us. I was playing. These guys did nothing. You don't help. GG. Close one. And that's kind of it. So, you know, I was in very close danger of dying. But there's enough tricks in this deck in order to kind of ride it out a little bit. You know, your ice is actually quite taxing to get through. Nobody really likes getting through Archangels. Nobody really likes getting through. So if you're criminal, you don't like getting through Archangels. Yeah, if you're Shapers, you don't like getting through Assassins. If you're Anarchs, well, you don't really care too much about what it is, but you've got things to do there. So thanks for the game. But really, every game I've played's gone similar to that. Yeah, win some, lose some. It's not particularly important. Well, I guess it's important to some people. But let's just go back to the deck and go through it again. So they're made up of 10 agendas, which is the lower end of what you can get out of NBN. You know, it's only 2 Astros. Now normally you want lots of Astros, but because it's on the most wanted list, costs influence, as does Global Food Initiative. So we want to, we can't really have them both. We can, but we have to lose out on something else. The Uranus campaigns, usually if you can get them ticking over, is great. You've got to protect your assets near early on if you can, or simply have too many so the runner kind of like, it doesn't matter so much. Or I can't stop you, I can only trash 1 this turn, but you're going to get 3 of another one, and then, you know, I'll just be playing catch up for a number of turns. And that's okay, because you want to get all your pieces together in your hand, so you've got them ready to go when it happens. At some point, if the runner's trashing all your stuff, you hope to be ahead on the money, so you'll be able to either just, you know, install, advance something. If they go get it, great. You actually, you know, install, advance global food. They go get it, brilliant. You'll break and use it and exchange of information later, or you get to score it straight up and you got 3 points. So that's the trick. Your ice, you always want Archangel in front of some sort of end of the run. So Archangel in front of Flare is a tough one at times. Archangel in front of Toll Booth or Wraparound. Now Cyber Cypher's a thing, so Archangel into Toll Booth somehow. This isn't a specific sort of Faust hate type deck, but there's a lot of things that Faust maybe doesn't really like to get through. You're still going to have a hard time against most Shapers. 2 Assassins there. It's a pretty good card, and you've normally got enough money for it. And the Traces, fairly decent as well there. And then, so the stars of the show, exchange of information, psychographics, and mid-seasons replacements to enable it all. Now, I did get a little bit lucky with him picking up the breaking news when I was ahead on money to get that second mid-seasons off. But he worked it well. He knew how to get rid of the tags, which he did. You know, paid as much as he could and did that. Could be there. Product placements, useful. It's just a 0 cost advert to res, really, and it also does protect some of your like an Adonis or a launch. If you can get a you know, Adonis on a product placement with a special offer in front of it, then damned if you do, damned if you don't. As a runner, you're going to give me money, which will enable me to make my next play. Now this can run out of steam at some point. You'll see that only pad campaigns are constant money, but really, you know, you win or lose quite quickly usually. So that is it, and that's that deck. Face check is back, and if you like this, you know, please leave a comment. I know you guys have all missed me. Don't pretend like you haven't, and I'll get some more things up. Something to look forward to in the hopefully near future. We'll be doing some board game reviews as well. Slightly different format, ideally, than just me standing in front of my games filming it. A few other people hopefully involved with this one, and we'll be able to what's the word? You know, provide something, I don't know, entertainment. That's all we're after, a bit of entertainment. If you like board games, you know, maybe we've got something else coming for you soon. So until next time, this is Face Check, jacking out.